The reason I'm here is basically because this is where I used to live. So I don't know if you guys have seen the photo when I had a whole bunch of records in the corridor. And at the same time, there was a whole bunch of records going up the stairs and everything, but I never took a picture of that. I should have really. Stupid move, in it. I didn't know social media was coming up. But anyway, this is the corridor where I had all those thousands of records where they were being shipped out by mail order and everything. So a little bit of history here. I'm going to carry on talking a little bit, but I've just seen the person who lives here wants to go into his flat, so I'm going to let him do that. Thanks a lot for letting me do that.
Thanks,
all right. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, keep it up.
All right. Thanks, man. This is 14 Parkfield Road. Parkfield Road's here. To the right of me is Goldsmiths College, literally stone's throw away, no more than 60, 70 meters away maximum, less than that. To the left of me, if you turn left and you go over the bridge, that's New Cross Station. The window over here, the ground floor, this is where I used to live. So I used to do a lot of my writing, a lot of my rehearsing. Before I even had a TV, I used to sit in that room and just tap on the table that I had, a little table, or I used to sit in the armchair, and the armchair had these wooden arms, and I used to just tap there. And that's where the little bit where I go tapping on tables and all that kind of stuff I was saying in Lyrical Maniac, that was all part of what was going on in here. So 14 Parkfield Road is there's a lot of history for me here. Like all of my early stuff really started here. Obviously, we got to a point where we were going to studios and everything, and we managed to get in and get things popping off and everything. But then we got to a point where we also bought equipment in the late 80s actually, 89, 90. We bought equipment and basically set it up here. And we were doing all the pre-production before we head into the studio to save some money. And all the stuff that you were hearing, apart from, I think, Lyrical Maniac and Mind of an Ordinary Citizen, which were recorded earlier than when we got the equipment properly, we were recording all the pre-production for everything after that. Rough It Up, what do you call it, Survival of the Hardest Working. I still remember that one, man. That was murderous in there. The neighbors, fucking hell, they were complaining about the noise because the bass on that was nuts. Yeah, Survival of the Hardest Working, Lion, all the pre-production was done here, everything. This road was a crazy, exciting road. There was a lot of things that went on this particular road. So let me start with what was going on within the house here. And sorry if this goes on for a little bit, but there's a lot of history to be captured here. I lived here between 1986 to 2000, and I saw so many people come and go, both downstairs, below me, and above me, in the two flats that were above me. I've seen drug dealers downstairs. I've seen fraudsters, credit card fraudsters. I remember the drug dealer, always people knocking on the door, and you just never knew who was passing through. It was weird. You know, always had to be cautious, like you don't know who you're letting into your accommodation and stuff, although we never opened this door and let people know because we were always cautious. We always looked out the window to make sure. And you see the ambulance. The ambulance is going past. This is what we used to hear every day, which is the reason why in the beginning of Forward, we've got the sirens going off, because that reflected our neighborhood. And coincidentally, it's happening as I'm talking here. So downstairs, we had the fraudsters doing credit card fraud. And oh my God, when the police came and they were telling me what was going on, you're talking, these guys were buying Italian, major Italian furniture, very high quality, and they were selling them. And one of the credit card purchases was over 300 grand. How the fuck did that happen? And why was I not involved? I could have done with that money, man. Anyway, so that's that. Upstairs, okay, in the middle flat, we had, I think it was either an Indian or a Pakistani family. And the family that was living up there, it's a one-bedroom flat. And there was about 8 or 9 people living up there. It was crazy. It's like, how do you fit that many people? And it was nuts. The things that were going on, it was a bit like, they almost set the whole building on fire one time. I had to run upstairs